What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗧𝗏 Uncensored. Let's talk all things VeChain. In today's update, we have some critical levels that we really need to keep our eyes on this week in particular. So first of all, we will start here as we like to do on that weekly time frame, and we can see the crucial area of interest, and it is of course the 200 weekly EMA. We can see we are testing it just now, with the price actually sitting above this 200 EMA. The 200 is sitting at 2.884 cents, with the price sitting at 2.903. So we are currently above that 200 EMA. A weekly close above this, of course, would overall be quite a bullish sign. When we take note of that weekly stochastic position, well, we can see how quickly this has came to the downside. We are currently sitting around about 16%. There may be a little bit more to go to the downside on this weekly. But when we do see this, in this oversold territory, we can see when it crosses this 20 line, we are now oversold on that weekly. We are looking on the higher time frames for a push to the upside. Is that push to the upside taking us up towards 4.1 cent? We can obviously keep our eyes on this one, but ultimately a close above that weekly 200 EMA, in my eyes, will be incredibly bullish for VeChain's price action. So let's dive down through all of those time frames, look at the moves that are playing out in this update. Welcome back to you all. Fantastic to have you back with us. If you have not done so already, please do smash up the like button, subscribe, tap on the bell. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do. This channel is growing very quickly. We're very happy to see, so we want to see it continue to grow, and we can only do that with you guys helping us out, so please do subscribe to the channel. So let's look at VeChain and its weekly price action first of all. Like we spoke about on the intro, a closure above this 200 weekly EMA is incredibly bullish. Now, I am open to the potential of coming back down further. However, I do think we are perhaps on this push to the upside. Now, our first main test, of course, will be at 3.877 cents, the previous wick high we had in the wave 3 on the week of the 25th of December. Ultimately, we are targeting this push up in the fifth wave with the target area between 4.152 and 4.638. What a fantastic result that would be for VeChain's price action. This would look around about a 43 with a higher level of a 59% push to the upside. Now, obviously, over the last few hours, we have seen Bitcoin soaring in price. Altcoins are likely to follow, in my opinion. When we drop VeChain down onto that daily time frame, we can see the moves that we are looking to play out here. So on the higher time frame, that big target area and the first area of resistance, like we covered at 3.877 cent, that previous high we had on the 26th of December. But the moves that are playing out in the here and the now, let's zoom on into these ones. We're looking at the structure to the upside, this A, B and C as the initial push. And this is looking to push on up to this typical retracement area between 3.054 and 3.666 cents. Now, this area is the typical retracement of this push to the downside from the high at 3.877 to the low we had here at 2.506 cents. This gives us the 50 to 88.2% retracement level. What we can see, of course, going on is the daily coming up, testing its 50 EMA at 2.891 cents. The price currently is, of course, above this. We would like to see it close above, but there's no concern if it does not. We may likely see the price come back down towards the 2.7 cent level, maybe testing that equilibrium once again, ultimately looking for that push to the upside. Again, we will see resistance at 3.094 cents, where we do see the 50 SMA sitting. When we look at the daily stochastic, well, the daily stochastic is pushing up once again back into its overbought territory. A short move to the downside, we've seen it dropping down to around about its 50% level and pushing on back up. This one can actually take a little while longer to play out. This does not have to play out over the course of today. We could in fact see this entire move in the C wave to the upside playing out with the daily stochastic still pushing to the upside. What would that look like overall as a movement? We will take that 100% move of its A wave and we will park it for now. We will do a quick sense check on that retracement, where we do see it coming down and testing the 50% retracement level. So we know we have hit a nice level for support. And when we bring this 100% move over to the wick low we do have here at 2.715 for that B wave, well, we know that that C wave ultimately has a target area between 3.234 with the higher level of 3.371 cents. Now we do not have to go up there. Of course, our minimum expectation would be meeting that A wave high at 2.985. We do of course expect it to exceed that level. We know that we will face resistance at the 50 SMA. We can see it 3.095 cents. This kind of coinciding here with the 702 and the 786 Fibonacci levels at 3.07 cent and 3.116 cent respectively. So we will face a lot of resistance on this push to the upside. I don't expect us just to go up towards this target area in one fell sweep. We may push up, we may see that next retracement, then we would obviously look for that next push to the upside, I think is the most likely scenario. And we can now drop it on down onto the 4-hour time frame, fractionalizing these breaks to the downside. What we do see going on in that initial push to the upside, in my opinion, being a 5-wave movement. We obviously then seen a quite steady corrective move in the B wave, where we did see the price coming down on Monday at midnight to 2.715 cents, and we are springing to the upside from here. On this push to the upside, what we can see, we are coming up to test out that 200 EMA. Looking to try and find this as support. I do not expect to find this 4-hour 200 EMA as support. I do think we will likely see the price come on back down before we do continue this push to the upside. And of course, as we can note from the initial push to the upside, we will be indeed looking for a 5-wave movement overall within the structure to the upside. So we can see that this is going to be quite a volatile movement overall. I do believe we could potentially have another push to the upside within this wave 1 before we look for this deeper wave 2 retracement. We would obviously then look for that big wave 3, a retracement in its wave 4, then that final 5th wave of the C wave, taking us up towards the 3.1 to perhaps 3.3 cent level. So lastly, we'll come down here onto the hourly time frame, and we can see the structures are not fantastic overall, but we do have the idea of quite a bullish push to the upside. We can see that hourly stochastic has quickly reset itself back down towards its oversold position, and we should be looking for a continuation. The moves that are playing out, I do believe we have internal counts that are indeed quite bullish with a 5-wave move overall. We will do a quick check on this one. We'll take the 100% move of this push here to the upside, and we'll bring it over to its swing low, and we can see we have hit this internal 1.618, telling us that this wave 3 here does look likely to be complete, perhaps retracing already in its wave 4, and we would indeed be looking for that final 5th wave push to the upside, where we would be looking for that 5th wave to head on up towards 2.926 and the higher level of 2.943 cents. This would give us a nice solid structure in a solid 5-wave structure overall here within this wave 1. But what we can see going on is this initial push to the upside. This would then tell us that we ultimately have a wave 1, a wave 2, all of this being a wave 3, a wave 4, and the 5th wave still to play out. So we can see how these moves are nesting down. We will of course do a sense check on this once again. We will take that 100% move and bring it over to the swing low we have here. And we know that at this point we would be looking for 2.951 cent to be hit to give us that impulsive trigger overall here, and really meet the levels here for the wave 3 before that wave 4 and that final 5th wave of the wave 1 on the higher time frames. A lot of nested structures there, guys. I do hope you managed to follow along with those. If not, head on back through the video, check them out. Join us down in Discord and ask some questions about these structures if you are stuck with any of them. It's been a fantastic move so far. I still think there's plenty left in the tank for VeChain and its price action. I do hope you've enjoyed today's update. As always, guys, please do like, subscribe, tap on the bell, all the usual good stuff. It does help the channel out. And if you want to continue watching the content from the channel, which of course you do, I done a deep dive into Cardano's area yesterday, talking over its price action and the potential where I see this one going. Head on over and check it out.